If you are looking for signs that the Trump 2.0 presidency is in serious trouble, here is one. Donald Trump's approval rating, specifically on the economy, has just hit an all-time low. And I don't mean low for Trump. This is the lowest it's ever been, even compared to his first term. The economy was supposed to be his thing, the one issue that his supporters trusted him on, and that he was going to do better than everybody else. And support on that issue, trust on that issue is now evaporating. The numbers are that according to the latest Gallup poll, only 41% of Americans approve of how Trump is handling the economy. 59% disapprove. And we are only a couple of months in. That's an 18-point net negative on the signature issue. This is the issue on which he was going to have the most trust because he has the most expertise and the best ideas and the best policies. And it's a disaster. And it gets even worse because his overall approval rating is down to just 43%. He's in the red in approval with every major pollster. So let's break this down into a couple of, I think, important component parts. First of all, this is not just a bad week. This is part of a trend. In February, Gallup had Trump at 42% approval on the economy. In January, consumer confidence was slipping, and now the numbers are in free fall. The cause isn't a mystery. It's called generalized chaos because of the trade war, slapping tariffs here and there, and then they get canceled, and then is Liberation Day, and then this is canceled, and that's back in. Are you putting a tariff on every country? Yeah, maybe. Are you putting the same tariff on every country? Yeah, maybe. I don't really know. And so all of this is generating chaos. For example, at car dealerships where dealers are saying, what's going to happen to the cost of cars? Do we buy more inventory? Are we going to end up screwing ourselves with too much inventory? The markets are rattled, and Trump supporters are starting to feel it. You don't need a PhD in economics to realize that if imports get taxed, which is what a tariff is, that's a tax on you. Trump has been predicting pain, saying it'll be worth it. It'll only be short-term pain. But this matters way more than just for polling, because Republicans are getting nervous about 2026. I did this story last week, how MAGAs are starting to plan their exit strategy. That video got 1.5 million views in its first 24 hours because it's resonating with left and right. People saying, is this a good horse to which I should be attaching my wagon? Remember that more than 50% of voters in 2024 voted for someone other than Donald Trump. He got 49 point something percent of the vote. And now he's bleeding support in key swing districts. And this is the kind of polling that can really have a domino effect, where if the polling continues to decline, more of the Republicans we spoke about last week will see it as sort of a door opening to start distancing themselves. And Trump's legislative agenda, or what little there is of it, is going to grind to a halt. And that's the big one. Voter turnout can collapse. If we step back for a second, there was never a coherent economic strategy. It was vibes and slogans, the best economy ever, I built it once, I'll build it again, etc. But the second question is, are voters realizing that what Trump promised, and to a degree what he did, isn't going to help them? That the tariffs are causing chaos and economic pain, and bluster just doesn't pay the bills. So this could be a turning point. I know that we always talk about this turning point, that turning point, inflection, it's now over. I'm not saying any of those things. What I am saying is that we have a combination of things here. We know that Republicans are starting to calculate. At some point, Trump's lame duckness is going to be irreparable. What do we do about that? And when can we safely jump off of this train? While at the same time, voters are saying we don't approve, particularly on the key issue that he ran on. Where does that all point? It certainly points to lies about what he's doing and accomplishing. We know that. But does it also point to a disastrous 2026? Now, I also try to be cautious about, when do we go into election mode? I'm not going into 2026 mode right now, but we only have 8 months left this year, 9 months left, 9, yeah. We have 9 months left this year, and then it's already going to be 2026. By the fall, we will be fully in the 2026 election cycle. So it is a ways off. I'm not starting to do election 26 now, but it's not as far off as it might seem. After researching, writing, refining, The Echo Machine, my book, is finally out. This is not just a book about how American politics got so broken. It's also about what's happening right now and what we can still do to stop things from getting worse. Trump's been back in power. The results have been even more catastrophic than many feared, with targeting of political opponents and gutting democratic institutions, laying the groundwork to even further consolidate power. But the thing is that none of this is inevitable. The same forces that brought us here can be countered if we understand how they work and what to do about them. And that's what the Echo Machine is all about. Some say that without corporate media backing, books like this can't succeed. I think we can prove them wrong. You can get the Echo Machine right now at davidpakman.com/echo on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, Kindle, or by calling any local bookstore and asking them to order it. This book is more important than ever. If you care about what happens next, and I do, check out The Echo Machine today at davidpakman.com/echo.